Hello and welcome to Super Sunday. This is it, the final day of the NPL Victoria regular season with so much up for grabs. 7 simultaneous games all streamed live throughout the NPL Victoria YouTube and Facebook pages with relegation, finals placing, and of course the minor premiership still to be decided. I'm Josh Parrish, and from Jack Edwards Reserve we'll be bringing you live action of Oakleigh Cannons taking on Green Gully. With only 3 points separating places 3rd through 6th, these two sides are really fighting for a home final and seeding come finals time. Green Gully have been on a tear recently, in 3rd place going into today's festivities, but they could drop as far as 6th if results go against them. Oakleigh Cannons, with just a fine run of form in the second half of the season, could climb as high as 3rd. The starting lineups for both sides. It's an unchanged lineup for Oakleigh that has served them so well throughout the second half of this season. Consistency has been their mantra. The starting players: number 11, Wade Decker; number 23, Matthew Fascini; number 5, Blair Govan; number 10, Joe Guest; number 17, John Honos in goals; the captain, number 2, Thomas Matthews; number 8, Ryan Pashkowski; number 13, Hamish Miller; number 41, Luke Pavlu; number 3, Ramazan Tabsan-Sioglu; and number 16, Harry White, starts up front. For Green Gully, number 23, Jonathan Boonis; number 17, Matthew Breeze; number 7, Jay Davies; number 14, Matthew Fletcher; number 4, Jordan Hall; number 6, Daniel Jones; number 8, Nicholas Kalmar, captains the side; number 11, T-Boy Kamara; number 3, Jordan Lampard; number 15, Lucas Saflides; and number 22 in goals is Gerard Tyson. On the bench for Green Gully today, surprisingly, their star man, number 9, Alex Salmon, does not start this game, the leading scorer in NPL Victoria. I'm unsure if this is a selection issue, if he's being rested, or whether it's through injury concern, but with so much to play for, Green Gully will surely miss his presence up front. While Oakleigh Cannons can turn to the experience of Milos Lujic and the playmaking abilities of Goran Zoric from the bench, should they need to. And we are underway at Jack Edwards Reserve. Green Gully in the green-white stripes, kicking from left to right. Oakleigh Cannons in the blue. And it's intercepted by Fascini, but it doesn't stick. Davies for Kalmar. Back to Davies. Looking for his options. It's been a free scoring side, especially in the second half of the campaign. Here's Daniel Jones on the ball, trying to find Matthew Fletcher. Back with Davies. Kalmar. Pressed hard by Luke Pavlu. That's a late challenge. Perhaps too early in the contest for the referee to start dishing out yellow cards, but she'll surely get a telling off, Luke Pavlu, from the referee. We'll try our best to keep you abreast of all of the results from around the grounds today, with, as I said, 7 simultaneous kickoffs. Tabsan-Sioglu cleaning up the danger, and Decker trying to pick out Harry White. Only finds Jones. We've already had a goal in the Port Melbourne Dandenong City game. Dandenong City, the away side, going ahead after 4 minutes. Pashkowski's header doesn't stick. Pavlu. Intercepted by Kamara. Kalmar with the flick for Fletcher, who starts up front in place of Alex Salmon. T-Boy Kamara given one to chase. Hamish Miller sends it behind for only a throw. Saflides to take. Davies back to his right back. Trying to buy a corner. Pashkowski won't let that happen. Pavley's clearance only finds Kalmar, and now Boonis. Back to the former Melbourne Heart man. Now Boonis again. 1-2 with Fletcher. He's trying to pick out Matthew Breeze on the far side. Now Joe Guest getting involved. Miller. Couldn't find the feet of Harry White. It was a wayward pass from the left back. He was a heavily right-footed player. And the offside flag is up against Matthew Fletcher. Govan. Miller. Miller for exchanging passes with Joe Guest, but it breaks down thanks to the challenge from Siflides. Decker putting the pressure on. Now Matthews is a header. Jordan Hall cleans it up for Jordan Lampard. And now Matthew Breeze is set away and surely fouled by Tom Matthews. Getting things underway quickly. Davies. Back with Boonis. Jay Davies again. Trying to play in Matthew Fletcher. It's crossed to the back post by Lampard. Kamara didn't anticipate it. A poor foot touch by T-Boy Kamara. Was missed by everybody. White winning the 50-50. Pashkowski lays it back for Pavlu. Oakleigh. Rama clears for Harry White. His first time layoff doesn't come off. Kalmar. Davies. Green Gully dominating possession early on here. Kalmar. Looks to find Matthew Breeze is drifted infield. That's a good tackle. And Joe Guest will start the counter-attack. Matthew Breeze tracking back well. But he's crowded out, and now Pashkowski to strike on goal. Only finds side netting. But Oakleigh Cannons can get away from you in the blink of an eye. Green Gully and Stephen Downs will be insisting on discipline when they turn the ball over. Govan with an unmarked header. Pashkowski's flick. Jones steps in. This should be an easy one for the experienced John Honos to gather. Trying to play out. Perhaps could have gone with his hands, John Honos, and he has to resort to the dribble out of danger. Sure, making the Oakleigh home fans nervous. Comes off for him though. Matthews looking for Pashkowski. Few appeals for handball. And now Joe Guest with 2 for company. Good work by Siflides to slow him down at least. Here's Luke Pavlu. And it's turned over. Davies looking for the clip. Clipped. Through ball for Matthew Fletcher. I wonder what Chris Taylor thought when he saw the Gully team sheet. The man that they've been preparing to stop all week, Alex Salmon, only amongst the substitutes. Fashini. Honos with the long clearance. Not convincing from Hall, and Decker heads down for White. Play on. Flying in with the side tackle was Hall, but Decker retains possession, and his switched ball was intercepted by Lampard. Still the only goal around the grounds for Dandenong City. Don't have confirmation of that goal scorer as of yet. But remember, so many games around Victoria today with huge consequences. Pascoe Vale, Kingston City, and of course Dandenong Thunder still with a chance of saving themselves from relegation and claiming a spot in the Pro-Rel playoff. As things stand, with most scores locked at 0-0, Green Gully is third, Oakleigh Cannon's fifth. Kingston and Paco facing the drop. Sure, we'll have plenty of twists and turns across the afternoon. Jones with the clearance. Fletcher putting the pressure on Govan. A high foot from Pavlu, and that will be a free kick for Gully. Been in a rich vein of goal-scoring form across the last few weeks. Smashing Dandenong Thunder 6-2. With Matthew Fletcher getting amongst the goals that week. It's a long ball over the top, searching for Matthew Breeze. He finds Boonus. Breeze more of a central midfielder by trade, but starting on the left today. Davies, his ball was intercepted by Pavlu. Now Kalmar finding Fletcher between the lines. Boonus. Creating space for Breeze to whip one into the box. Looking for T-Boy Kamara at the back post. Miller did enough. Out and behind for a corner. So I was saying Green Gully netted 6 last week, 3 the week before against Hume City. A 1-1 draw with Knights, and then a 5-2 win 4 weeks ago against Kingston. The second highest scoring side in the division. Of course, behind Avondale. Kalmar's corner. Breeze with the free header. And a foul against Matthew Fletcher. He pushed Blair Govan in the back. In fact, Fashini was the player fouled. White competing with Hall. It was Calmore's clearance. And Fletcher's flick on. T-Boy Kamara pressing all the way to John Honas. Back pass just good enough. Fashini wins the second ball. Decker intercepted by Lampard. Tom Matthews with the throw. For Guest to have a strike. Ambitious, but we know Joe Guest, especially on his left foot, is capable of the spectacular. The experienced Gerard Tyson with the goal kick. Ramos header. Surely came off Fletcher's arm, but unintentional, and play goes on. Would be an advantage to Oakleigh anyway. Matthews. Decker. twisting, turning and feinting and running himself a little bit into trouble there. It's a poor ball from Luke Pavlou, and T-Boy Kamara takes over. And his pass is poor. Now it's Guest for White. He's got Pashkowski at the back post. What can he do? The cross off his weaker right foot wasn't convincing. Pashkowski gets a second bite of the cherry here. Whips it into the back post. It's overhit. Fashini will gather and put it back into the danger area. And Hall behind for a corner. Oakleigh getting plenty of balls in the box. And we have a goal for Kingston. They are 1-0 up against Hume. And as things stand, Kingston will escape. It's in the danger area, appeals for handball. Fashini with the strike! It's in! Matthew Fashini opens the scoring. Must have taken at least one deflection on the way in, but Chris Taylor and the Oakleigh Cannons won't care. The home side up 1-0. Corner just not dealt with by the Green Gully defence. And Matthew Fashini was able to get a clean strike on goal. Went through a sea of bodies on its way in. And Gerard Tyson with absolutely no chance. 1-0. Also got word that Heidelberg have taken a 1-0 lead away to South Melbourne. Remember, if they win there, they will secure the premiership. Matthews flying in with a slide tackle. He does get the ball. And Jordan Lampard was offside and interfering with play. Kamara's header. Govan cleaning things up. And it's Miller winning the loose ball. That should be an easy claim for Tyson. Hall with the switching ball out to the far left for Breeze. Man who rejoined Gully from Preston mid-season. Now Guest. Pashkowski has options in the middle. His cross is blocked. Appeals for a free kick. Referee says advantage here. I think Oakleigh might have preferred the set piece, but play goes on. Fashini's ball into the box. Harry White heading things down, looking for Decker. Green Gully should be able to play out. They do through Lampard. And now Davies. Kalmar's back heel. Kamara getting involved. And his through ball is picked off by Luke Pavlou. And the game has really opened up here. Kamara laying a tackle. Referee says he got the ball. Govan. Let's have Sansioglu. With the long searching ball looking for Decker. And Decker wins the throw. Dandenong Thunder have taken the lead against Melbourne Knights. A win there would secure their NPL Victoria safety. So the scores around the grounds. Altona Magic 0-0 against Pascoe Vale. Bentley Greens and Avondale 0-0. Thunder with the lead against the Knights. Kingston now with a 2-goal lead against Cheam City. Doing everything they can to claim survival, Nick Tolios' side. Trying to pull off their second great escape in 2 years. But they will need the Thunder result to go their way, and so far it isn't. Dandenong City have the lead away to Port Melbourne. Heidelberg on track for the title against South Melbourne with a 1-goal lead there. And of course, here at Jack Edwards Reserve, a Matthew Fascini strike has given the home side, the Oakleigh Cannons, the lead over Green Gully. Decker plays Guest in behind, and it's just flashed across the face of goal. Great opportunity for Joe Guest to double Oakleigh's tally on his weaker right foot, and he sprays the shot wide. So as things stand, we have Heidelberg winning the title and Dandenong Thunder surviving relegation for now. Tyson with the long goal kick. Matthews cleaning things up. Rama will clear. Jones and White battle for the high ball. Saflides has been intercepted by Guest. Guest through on goal. And he could be in trouble here. He's off. A red card for Jordan Hall. Joe Guest was through on goal, and the referee says Jordan Hall was denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity. And Green Gully a goal down, and down to 10 men. Devastating blow for Green Gully. They dominated the early throws of this game, but the Oakleigh Cannons have come on strong with a goal and a couple of other clear chances created, and now they will have to play the next 70 minutes of this game with 10 men. It will be Guest, and it's wide. Some consolation for Jordan Hall that he did stop a potential goal in the end then. Remember, despite the updates to the last man tackle rules, only comes into effect if it's a penalty. If it is a penalty and it is deemed to be a footballing challenge or a genuine attempt to play the ball, then it's only a yellow card. But still, if it is outside the box, a straight red card is applied. Boonis. Kalmar. Looks as if Jay Davies has dropped into the centre of defence for the time being. Will they make a substitution, Gully, to cope? Davies cleaning things up at the back. Saflides clears out of bounds. And Avondale have taken the lead against Bentley Greens. It will be immaterial if Heidelberg maintain their lead against South Melbourne, but Soren Markovsky's side still doing the business today with their slim hopes of securing a minor premiership. 1-2 between Kamara and Kalmar, but Pavlu has laid a superb challenge, and away goes Fascini. Now Decker didn't quite come off. Was looking for the runs of Harry White or Ryan Peszkowski. Pavlu putting Kamara under pressure. Oh, lovely skill from T-Boy Kamara, but the release doesn't match the dribble. Kingston are up 3-0 against Gem City. Nick Tolius must be wondering, where was this performance all year? They usually save their best for the end of the season, don't they? May not be enough this time. Boonus to strike from distance. That's scuffed and well wide. Miller. The results today should spell the end for Pascoe Vale. They needed a win on both sides to drop points above them, that being Thunder and Kingston. No flag against Fletcher because Rama played the ball. And now it's Fletcher into the area, looking for Kamara. Honas claims that he's near post. It is 4-0 to Kingston City after 27 minutes. That is a crazy scoreline. That's out of play by Paszkowski. Davies. Well, if Dandenong Thunder do slip up, with Melbourne Knights actually fielding quite the weakened 11. You'd imagine Dandenong Thunder could get the job done at home, facing a side missing several key players. No Hamish Watson, no Mohammed Awad. Here's Paszkowski. Looks for White, and it's skewed wide. What a chance. Harry White didn't just miss that one, he missed it by an absolute mile. Very presentable opportunity for the Oakleigh Cannons forward, who, let's not forget, does a lot of things apart from scoring goals. All the hard yards, all the 50-50s, all the chasing down lost causes that Chris Taylor wants from a centre forward, but he also wanted his leading striker to bury that one. Fletcher and Govan fighting for it. Pavlu hooks it only into the path of Saflides. Now Breeze gets his feet all wrong there, Matthew Breeze. Fashini. Guest brought down. Play goes on. Honos has to come out and claim ahead of Fletcher, and there's a bit of contact between the two. Nothing too serious. I'm sure John Honos isn't best pleased. Blair Govan. Honos. And a late foul on Guest by Jay Davies. Looks as if we've had a change in the middle of the defence again with Nick Kalmar dropping in. I don't know if they'll continue to operate on a rotational basis to... And that's a cynical foul by Wade Decker, and we'll see the first yellow card of the match. Remember, we've already seen a red card, if you're just joining us, with Jordan Hall dismissed for a last man foul on Joe Guest. Green Gully down to 10. And they haven't made a substitution, so various midfielders have been deputising at the back. Breeze. Didn't see Harry White coming, and Wade Decker has fallen over the ball. Now Boonus. Kalmar. Well, at least they'll have good distribution from the heart of the defensive line. Not many would have picked the laconic Nick Kalmar as a deputy centre-half, but here we are. Fletcher. Davies. Green Gully still making decent use of the ball, at least in the midfield, with 10 men, but Oakleigh playing all these passing channels, trying to spring a counter-attack. He's Lampard to whip across. It's deflected behind for a corner. Avondale have scored again against Bentley Greens. It's Kalmar to whip it in, looking for Fletcher. Only found Matthews. Now Jones. And he'll let that one roll out for a throw-in. Probably wise considering he's the only recognised centre-back that Gully have left on the pitch. Kamara turns his man. Back with Saflidis. Wants the early one in for Fletcher. That's a mile off target. Boonus misses the header. Here's White. Finds Decker. Cuts back onto his right foot. Back to Harry White. Under pressure in the middle of the park. Kalmar intercepting. Govan. Decker briefly losing the ball in the sun and couldn't quite get it under control. Oakleigh Cannons not used to playing their home games in the middle of the afternoon. Decker. Usually a Saturday night under the lights. Davies. Boonus. Now Matthew Breeze. Went past two. And that ball's ended up in the back of the net, but of course the whistle had well and truly gone. Free kick for Gully. Kalmar on set-piece duties. Might just be in range for a direct shot, although he does have Fletcher and Breeze and Jones. He does shoot, and that's not far away, you know, from Nick Kalmar. Certainly had John Honos scrambling. He's known to net a long-range free kick or two per season. Nick Kalmar certainly has that in his locker. Honos' goal kick. Jones should win the header, and does. Fashini. Wade Decker brings it down. Fashini's ball. Kamara will elect to keep it in. And dribbles at Miller, who robs him of possession. And now Pashkowski lobbing it down the line for Joe Guest to whip one into the area. White. His shot was scuffed and perhaps deflected. Took all the sting out of it for Gerard Tyson. Breeze. Exchanging passes with Davies. And he'll go a direct route that doesn't pick out anyone in particular. Govan. Pashkowski. Oakleigh can afford to be patient now. Pashkowski. Guest. Oakleigh maintaining possession quite comfortably, which, if you've watched this side play this season, Not usually their forte. They've been very successful with sit back and hit you on the break mentality. But against 10, they're taking the initiative. Paszkowski, Decker. Patiently switching the point of attack. Matthews. Guest. Threading one through for Tom Matthews. Difficult angle for him, and Matthew Breeze wins the ball. Davies. Looking for his options, which are thin on the ground in all truth. He does find a 1-2 brilliantly with Fletcher, and now Boonis in space. Trying to play Kamara in behind, and what an interception from Hamish Miller. Crucial. Paszkowski. Guest will make a run off the ball. Fashini elects the safer option. Now he gets involved, Joe Guest. This pass is picked off by Breeze, and now Lampard. Nice footwork from the left back. Some nice possession in midfield, but clear-cut chances have been thin on the ground for Gully, and that's usually where it breaks down. Understandable with 10 men, but seeming to be lacking a link between midfield and attack. I'm sure there's a man on the bench who's itching to get involved. His injury status we're not completely sure of, but Alex Salmon benched for this important game. Guest. This, of course, dictates seeding and home status for the first round of the finals. Davies. Lampard's long pass is picked off by Matthews. Now Guest has Akers to run into. Guest trying to thread it through, intercepted by Kalmar, but Guest wins it back, checks inside. Still Joe Guest, the flag is up against Ryan Paszkowski. And the referee has seen it now. Keep your comments coming in on the Facebook Live. Apparently Alex Salmon did miss last week's game through injury, so perhaps it is enforced. He's benching. Fashini looking for a killer ball. He finds Miller, checking back onto his right. Hamish Miller. And the flag was up for offside. Not sure if it was a late flag or just a late call by the referee. Around the grounds, still 0-0 between Altona Magic and Pascoe Vale. Avondale lead Bentley at Kingston Heath 2-0. Dandenong Thunder are up 1-0 against Melbourne Knights, a result which would secure their survival if they can hang on to that advantage. Kingston City have put 4 goals away at ABD in Broadmeadows. Hume City sinking into 6th spot without a trace. But that may not be enough for Kingston if results don't go their way elsewhere. Oakleigh Cannons, of course, here, up 1-0. A goal to Matthew Fashini, a red card to Jordan Hall. Dandy City and Heidelberg both lead away from home. Paszkowski's ball into the box. Govan rose, but Daniel Jones won the header. Port Melbourne Dandy City game isn't of too much import to the placings on the table, but South Melbourne and Heidelberg. Heidelberg United lead at Lakeside 1-0 thanks to Sean Ellis. Scored the crucial goal last week against Avondale, and he might have done it again to secure Heidelberg the minor premiership. Decker. Guest. Fashini. Miller, I should say. Back with Pavlu. Now Fashini. Guest playing one in behind, looking for Decker. Last touch off a Gully player. And we'll have a corner kick. Pashkowski taking his time. "39 minutes played. Pashkowski's corner. Gerard Tyson has spilled it and gathers on the second attempt. And he'll go for the quick release, looking for T-Boy Kamara. Pavlu's header wasn't convincing. John Honos comes out and claims. Brief nervous moment for Oakleigh, and a half that has pretty much gone all their way. Flag up against Pashkowski though. Fashini. Decker. Chips one over the top, looking for Guest. Claimed by the goalkeeper. Restarting through Jay Davies, who chests it down. Kalmar. Trying to play out from the back. Looking for handball. Challenge flying in from Davies. Play goes on. Pavlu. Decker. Everything a little congested in the middle of the park at the moment. Matthews. As things stand, Oakleigh Cannons will climb to third. Green Gully will drop to fourth and face the Bentley Greens in the first round of the finals. Oakleigh Cannons will face Hume City. Still plenty of time to go though. All of that could change over the course of the next hour. Heidelberg are set to claim the minor premiership. Dandenong Thunder will escape automatic relegation if results hold. Matthews. Decker. Good first touch. And he's felled by Nick Kalmar. And another set piece just outside the Green Gully penalty area. And they tried to play it quickly, Oakleigh. It was a complete waste. Govan. Miller. Decker. Holds off the challenger Saflidis. Now Rama. Sheeny chased down by Breeze. They just don't have the players to cover the ground at the moment, Green Gully. It's Decker hacked a couple of times by Kamara, but referee plays advantage. Guest. Miller brings it down. Looks for the cross in towards White. Lays off for Guest. Rebound falls to Decker, but he's offside. And that just about sums up Matthew Fletcher's afternoon so far. It seems to be a bit of a head injury for Tom Matthews. We'll have a stoppage in play just before the end of the first half. And it looks like a serious gash at the back of Tom Matthews' head. Will require at least some patching up, if not a substitution. It's the kind of play you'd expect to try and tough it out, but may not be possible. Both sides on a level playing field for now in terms of numbers. Davies. Could this be an opportunity for Green Gully? Kamara. Boonis. Crowded out. Boonis couldn't do anything with it. Jones. Green Gully have really sprung into action here. Here's Breeze. He'll whip one into the area, but there was no one at the back post. And it's half-time between Dandy Thunder and Melbourne Knights at Dockland Stadium. They're up 2-0 and look set to secure their NPL Victoria status for another season. At least for now. They do have to go through that Pro-Rel playoff if they finish 12th, of course. Pascoe Vale have taken the lead away to Altona Magic. Heidelberg United 2-0 up now against South Melbourne. The minor premiership should be theirs. Dandy City up 2-0 away to Port Melbourne. And a lot of goals so far this afternoon. Just the one goal here, Matthew Fascini giving Oakleigh the lead after 15 minutes, and then a 20th minute red card to Jordan Hall, making things all the more difficult. Breeze. Kalmar. It's drifted into midfield again with Davies dropping in at centre half. Fletcher. Kamara. Saflidis. Let's throw in for Jordan Lampard on the far side as we're in first half stoppage here. All eyes on the referee. Boonis. Tom Matthews is returned to the fray after his head knock with a fresh shirt, no less. Jones with the header. Fascini intercepting. And he strides away, and an opportunity for Oakleigh. On the stroke of half-time, it's Guess. It would have been a goal of the season contender had he connected. We all know he's capable of something like that. But in the end, the spectacular volley is shanked wide. Kamara. He's tripped up. That will be a free kick. And how much longer will the referee allow? Maybe just this set piece. Kalmar. The deliver into the box. It's up for Breeze. It's cleared by Oakleigh, and that's the end of the first half. Green Gully came out looking to dominate proceedings, but they failed to clear their lines from a corner, and Matthew Fasheni gave Oakleigh Cannons the lead after 15 minutes. The task got doubly difficult for the visitors. A red card to Jordan Hall after 20 minutes, meaning they will have to try and recover this 1-goal deficit with 10 men. Big half-time, big second half coming up here in Jack Edwards Reserve. We'll continue to update you from around the grounds as it looks like Dandenong Thunder will survive. Heidelberg United will win the Main Premiership, and Oakleigh Cannons will secure the top third place final seeding for the first round. That could all change though. Stay with us here on the NPL Victoria live stream. Second half of Oakleigh Cannons, Green Gully coming up. Welcome back to the NPL Victoria live stream. My name is Josh Parrish and we're bringing you Oakleigh Cannons versus Green Gully. Second half about to get underway. First half, which went almost exclusively the Oakleigh Cannons way. After 15 minutes opening the scoring through Matthew Fascini, after Green Gully failed to clear a corner before Melbourne victory man struck hard at goal. Took a deflection on the way in, but he won't care. And then a red card to Jordan Hall in the Green Gully backline, bringing down the in-form playmaker from the Oakleigh Cannons, Joe Guest, when he was through on goal. It's made things all the more difficult for Green Gully. What can they come up with in the second half? With their star man, Alex Salmon, on the bench. Could we see him make a cameo? Matthews flying in. You'll notice he's wearing the number 18 and has a patched up head. That's because he had to replace his shirt after a heavy knock to the head in the first half. Joe Guest brought down. I think Jones played the ball the first attempt, but the second tackle was all man. And from those near the Oakleigh bench that Tom Matthews' head was just completely gushing blood when he came off. But he is a tough cookie, the Oakleigh Cannons captain. And will play on in the number 13 shirt this time. Or number 18, I should say. Harry White with the free kick into the wall. Appeals for handball, not heeded. Let's have Sansioglu looking for his centre-back partner, who's offside. It's, of course, Super Sunday in NPL Victoria. And I can tell you that the Knights have pulled a goal back against Dandenong Thunder. They were up 2-0 at the break, 2 goals from Brandon Barnes, but the Knights do have a goal back, which could be crucial for Dandenong Thunder's survival hopes. As it stands, though, they will be the ones heading to Amy Park for the Pro Rel playoff. I can also tell you that Port Melbourne have pulled a goal back against Dandenong City. Zach Thompson and Brendan Santalab with the goals in the first half for Dandy City, but Port Melbourne have brought it back to 2-1. The game is of really little import to the standings. Davies. Boonus. And the pass is behind Kamara. He wanted it in behind the defence. Seven simultaneous kickoffs. Govan with the long ball from the free kick. Pashkowski up for the header. White's battling for it, trying to volley. He goes down. No foul forthcoming. And Harry White still limping behind play. Boonus finds Fletcher. Matthew Fletcher. Bringing in Matthew Breeze. Govan heads away. Miller. Siflides. Now for Sheeny. For Rama. Matthews. Nice triangle with Decker, but Breeze gets in the way and wins the ball back for Gully. Davies. Lampard. Kalmar. Green Gully made headlines during the week with their long-time president stepping down. Lots of changes at the club. And T-Boy Kamara is penalised for handball after the referee does not give him the free kick he was looking for. Oakleigh get it back underway, and Nick Kalmar's protests are interrupted. That one's gone out. Oakleigh Cannons will have the throw. Or perhaps a free kick, in fact. No, it is a throw-in, and they do take it quickly. Kalmar getting back to clean up. Lampard. Jones. That's a wayward pass. And he finds Miller. And gets it to the feet of the playmaker, Joe Guest. Miller clipping it over the defence, looking for Harry White now. White keeps possession, shoots! And just wide from the Oakleigh Cannons leading marksman. Nearly curtains for Green Gully in their search to keep hold of third place and a home final. Breeze winning the header, perhaps. White loses out. Something going off the ball with between White and Breeze. Honos sends one long for Pashkowski to chase. It's in an awkward area. And Gerard Tyson comes out to punch. Pashkowski. Kamara wins it back. Siflides. There's no one to release up front. Kamara back doing the defending. Pavli. Pashkowski. That should be easy pickings and is for the experienced clubman. Green Gully, such a storied club. It's been 3 years in the National Soccer League, back between 1982 and 84. Actually the second most successful Victorian team of all time based on their state titles. Could they be a dark horse come the final series? Today hasn't gone their way so far. Here's Boonis. Lampard. Cross evades everyone. Pashkowski. That's a physical challenge between Matthew Breeze and Ryan Pashkowski. What will be the outcome? Looks like a Green Gully free kick. Drew some pretty emphatic protests from the Green Gully technical area. Kalmar's free kick. Headed away by Govan. In fact, it took a deflection. And it will be an Oakleigh ball. And Dandenong Thunder have scored their third against the Melbourne Knights. 3-1 at Dockland Stadium should be enough. Despite their poorest defence this season, to escape automatic relegation. Kalmar. Breeze turns his man and he's collected by Ramazan Tavsan Sioglu. This will be another set-piece opportunity for Nick Kalmar to work his magic. So he is the unopposed set-piece taker. Thought about playing it quickly, and he does. Dish wide for T-Boy Kamara. He will take on Pashkowski. Cross is deflected. It was dangerous. And Ramazan Tafsan Sioglu heads behind his own goal. Wasn't an easy one for the veteran defender. Kalmar's corner. And it doesn't quite find its way in. Blocked on the line. Matthew Breeze. Surely should have scored. Green Gully's best chance of the match. And Matthew Breeze simply didn't get a clean connection. Sheeny. Trying to find Wade Decker. Siflides times his challenge well. Decker. Fashini. Matthews with time and space to measure his cross. Harry White got a flick, it's guessed. Matthews to volley on goal. That one's well over the bar. Massive what if for Matthew Breeze there. How many chances will Green Gully get in this game from less than 10 yards? Appeals for a foul and Fletcher off the ball, and Breeze cleans up Govan. No fouls detected by the referee. Lampard breaking a couple of challenges. And this match is getting a little heated. Pashkowski puts his head down. And Siflides managed his challenge well, behind for a corner. Pashkowski on dead ball duties again. Pavley. Miller gets things started again. Pavlu. Guest. Pashkowski to cross. Tyson claims. Lampard did well under pressure. Now Breeze. Kalmar. Kamara. Boonus. Good feet from Kamara. And Kalmar finds Davies. Davies still going. Goes over looking for a foul. Oakleigh defence got the ball. Still alive with Jordan Lampard. Fletcher looking to strike. It's always going to be blocked. Davies has acres of space to measure this cross. Davies with the header. And Fletcher attempting the spectacular has actually collected one of the Oakleigh players, a high foot. And he will get a yellow card for dangerous play. Pavlu is on the receiving end. Flicked header looking for White. Tyson, always the favourite. Now Kalmar has had to deputise at centre-back for the majority of this game after the red card to Jordan Hall. Boonus. Kamara taking on Miller. Kamara can't believe the decision of the assistant referee, but it will be a goal kick. Pashkowski, flag up against Decker. Jones. Davies keeps possession. Can tell you that Dandenong City have extended their lead against Port Melbourne, and Hume City have pulled a goal back against Kingston, but it is 4-1 at ABD Stadium. Breeze. Lampard. Kamara. He hasn't got much change out of Hamish Miller so far this afternoon. Jones gives it up, and now Guest will look for Decker. Decker's ball to the back post. Guest trying to find space for the strike. It's just wide. Matthews. Kalmar turns out of trouble. Now Fletcher. Appeals for handball. Play goes on with Boonis. Davies. Boonis striding forward with Davies. Exchanging passes, but he ran into too much trouble. And good challenge from Lampard to keep things alive. Now Kalmar. Lampard on his outside. Options in the area. Low ball in, cleared by Pavlu. Breeze to shoot. Comfortable save in the end for John Honos, but it was struck firmly from Matthew Breeze. Guest winning a corner. Bashkowski's delivery to the back post. It's over White's head. Guest will pick it up. And take it to the byline. It's over everybody. Stays in though for Pashkowski. And it's deflected behind. We'll have another corner on the far side. Claire must be wreaking havoc with some of the players' ability to judge those high balls coming across from the far side. Fashini blocked. Not able to replicate his first half strike. And Rama will start again with a crossfield ball. Pashkowski. Guest. Decker with a good turn. But he gives up possession. And Boonis will take it the other way, looking for Fletcher. The high ball. Fletcher battling for it, but he comes off second best against Hamish Miller. Decker. Good ball movement from Oakleigh here. Pashkowski will deliver, looking for Whites, but it's headed away by Jones. Matthew Breeze will take on two players. It's forced backwards. Kalmar. Davies. Just haven't been able to find a way through Oakleigh when they've been set. They're leaving themselves pretty light at the back with only Saflides and Jones really covering. Now Jones has stepped into midfield. Boonus. Fletcher gives it up. Just hasn't stuck with Matthew Fletcher today. I wonder if they'll risk Alex Salmon. He's still available on the bench, carrying a knock, which he missed last week's thumping win over Dandy Thunder. Matthews. Altona Magic have pulled a goal back against Paco. Good win from Jay Davies. Saflides. Now Kalmar, the captain, looking for Fletcher over the top. Matthews will clean it up. And Decker cops one where nobody wants to. Ouch. Deep breaths for Wade Decker. He looks to run that one off. Every male spectator involuntarily wincing. Lampard. Davies. Kamara. He fouls Miller. Boonus with a heavy challenge. Jones was in there as well. Breeze can't release Fletcher. It's been a frustrating afternoon that way for Green Gully. Had so much deep lead-up work as Davies goes flying in on Pashkowski, and referee will give Davies a talking to and a yellow card. Fashini winning the second ball. White. Offside against Fashini. Matthews trying to tell the referee Fashini wasn't involved because he didn't touch it. Well, better luck next time. Boonus. Fletcher dropping off the front line. And Davies. Kalmar. And a foul against Pavlou. Breeze on the wrong side. Jones's header. Kamara. Back with Davies. Kalmar. Late tackle on Davies by Pashkowski. And Gully get the free kick this time. Seem to have really gone to a back three when they're not in possession this half. Green Gully trying to cope with that red card. Kalmar wins the 50-50 against Rammer, and he could be on here through Breeze. Takes it around the outside, Matthew Breeze across the area. It was just itching for a touch. A teasing ball. Boonis. And Davies loses out to Fashini, and Oakleigh will take it the other way. Guest running up in support. Fashini still going on his own. He's done terrifically, Matthew Fashini. Guest wants it. In fact, he crosses and perhaps went for the wrong option in the end. Matthew Breeze plays in Kalmar. And Kalmar collected. And Tafsan Sioglu will go into the book. He's not best pleased with the decision. Here's Rama. Kingston have scored a 5th goal away to Hume City. Have done all they can. But it looks as if in the 84th minute, with Dandenong Thunder nursing a 2-goal lead against the Melbourne Knights, a hat-trick to Brandon Barnes, they will avoid the automatic drop. Kalmar's free kick. Fletcher's in there, and it's just wide. How did it stay out? Matthew Fletcher. And a golden opportunity. And Oakleigh will be the first to turn to their bench. Wade Decker to be replaced by Goran Zoric. Guest chasing the loose ball. Lampard heads back to his keeper. And Gully have done well to really keep this game a live prospect. Remember, a draw would secure them a home final, given the results elsewhere. Lampard comes in with an uncompromising challenge. Jones now cleaning up, and doing so with a blom. Pavlou picks off the pass. Pashkowski will take on Saflidis down the line. Goal kick. Tell you it's 3-2 between Dandenong City and Port Melbourne, the visitors. Hajduk with the lead. And Heidelberg, the reigning champions, look set to claim the minor premiership with a 2-goal advantage away at Lakeside. Sean Ellis and Alex Schiavo with the goals. Interchange of passes. Guess. Kalmar. And there has been a substitution for Green Gully that we missed while it was taking place. Number 10, Andy Brennan, replacing number 7, Jay Davies. Pretty much gone with a 3-5-1 in the second half here, Green Gully. Breeze. Boonus with the ball over the top. Breeze fouled Blegovan. Pashkowski's flick. Saflidis. Boonus. Good feet to beat Pavlu, but the pass is behind T-Boy Kamara. Matthews stealing a few yards off the throw. White. He's got Pashkowski in the area. He dummies it for Joe Guest. It's 2. And the star man makes it happen. Fantastic cross from Harry White. Flashes across the area. And the intelligence and awareness of Ryan Pashkowski to let it run for the unmarked Joe Guest. And the finish, would you expect anything less than pure technical precision into the bottom corner? Oakleigh Cannons 2, Green Gully 0. Now Gully are in a deep hole. Losses for Bentley Greens and Hume City elsewhere. I mean, they will still have a home final. But Oakleigh Cannons, as it stands, will climb to 3rd place on the table. Who would have thought when they were in the relegation zone in the first half of the season? It's been such a turnaround by Chris Taylor's men. Guest. Fashini. Behind for a throw. Matthews. Peter's out for a goal kick. Gully Cannon's really cruising now. Saflidis. Brennan. His first major involvement. He's crowded out. Guest. White. Boonus. Zorich robs Kalmar. And he plays in white. He lays it off for Joe Guest. One more for Pashkowski. Cuts it back. Guest! It's saved, and White can't get his feet right for the rebounds. Fashini wins it back off Breeze, though. It stays alive. Zorich. In dangerously. And it's home. And there's no flag. And Harry White makes it 3. Brilliant ball from Goran Zorich, the substitute. And the Oakleigh Cannons leading marksman obliges with a tap in at the far post. And that will be Joe Guest's last involvement. Guest replaced by number 7, who is not actually on my team sheet. Matthews clears his lines. I think it must be Felix Dimitrakis, number 7, because Tom Matthews is wearing the number 18 shirt following his blow to the head and his bloodied shirt. Kalmar clips it for Boonus. It's down, and the inventive set piece routine didn't quite come off. Offside against Goran Zorich. He's questioning the validity of the decision, but off comes number 11, T-Boy Kamara for Green Gully, to be replaced by number 12, Adisu Bayu. And Bayu gets involved straight away, but can't stop it from going out for a goal kick. And offside against Harry White. Update from around the grounds. Dandenong Thunder have scored another goal in the 94th minute against Melbourne Knights. And they are staying up. Brennan crosses the back post for Bayou. Couldn't get it under control. And he wins the corner. It was taken quickly, and it just hasn't come off. Nick Kalmar battling to get it back, but Fleeties, Matthews, and Brennan not giving an inch in that challenge, but away comes Goran Zorich for White. Dimitrakis. Back with White. Zorich offside. It's full time at Altona Magic and Pascoe Vale. The visitors Paco have prevailed 2-1, but it won't be enough to save them from relegation. Full time at Port Melbourne, and they've gone down 3-2 against Andy City. As Breeze is robbed, and Harry White can't beat the goalkeeper off his line. Full time at Dockland Stadium. Dandenong Thunder 4, Melbourne Knights 1. Long ball searching for Adisu Bayu. He wins it back off Pashkowski. Now Kalmar. Brunis finds Brennan. Takes on Matthews and Zorich. It's done well, Andy Brennan. But Kalmar, his poor pass is intercepted, and now is Pavlu trying to thread it through for Zorich, but the substitute wasn't quite on the same wavelength as the young midfielder. Breeze going long, looking for Brennan, who goes down. And no free kick is forthcoming. Pashkowski. Pavli. Dimitrakis. Fashini. Breeze. And it's turned over. And Oakleigh fly forward again. Good work from Hamish Miller, and he plays in Fashini. And he's pulled down Matthew Breeze. Free kick to Green Gully. We're deep into stoppage time. In fact, it's full time between Bentley Greens and Avondale. Avondale have done all they can on the last day of the season. A 3-0 win away from home. Impressive, but not enough to secure the title, it doesn't look like. Full time between Hume City and Kingston City. Score is 1-5. The Cellar Dwellers putting in one hell of a performance on the last day of the season, but it won't be enough to save them. Oh, here's Brennan. Breeze whips the ball into the box. Fashini. And that's all she wrote for the regular season. These two teams will progress to the finals. Green Gully came here looking to sew up third spot. Top seeding out of the first round in a home final. But things simply did not go their way. Matthew Fashini opening the scoring for the home side after 15 minutes. A red card making it all the more difficult after 20 to Jordan Hall. They had chances in the second half, Green Gully, and kept it alive until very late on. Matthew Fletcher and Matthew Breeze both wondering what could have been, with close range chances being cleared off the line and going wide. But in the end, Oakleigh Cannons wrapped it up. Joe Guest and Harry White putting the cherries on the cake, making it 3-0 and sewing up third place on the NPL Victoria ladder. Thank you all for watching throughout the season, and we'll join you once again for the finals as Oakleigh Cannons will face Hume City Green Gully at home to Bentley Greens next week. Heidelberg United have wrapped up the minor premiership, and they, along with Avondale, will get a week off. It's finished 3-0 between Heidelberg and South Melbourne. Dandenong Thunder claim their place in the Pro-Rel playoff ahead of Kingston City and Pascoe Vale, who face relegation. I've been Josh Parrish. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next week for the finals.